Merry Christmas! Well, Merry Day After Christmas! What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Nacho Wrestling, and Merry Christmas! Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate, Happy Holidays. And if you don't celebrate anything, what's going on? Happy December, how you doing? With the festivities out of the way, of course, we are 2 days away from AEW Worlds End, and Tony Khan has quite the show lined up for us, as he does with every pay-per-view, of course. He's got the Continental Classic semifinals featuring Will Ospreay, Kazuchika Okada, Ricochet, and Kyle Fletcher. He's got a TBS title match between Chris Statlander and Mercedes Moné, which is a sequel from their match at Full Gear. And of course, he's got the Fatal 4-Way match with Jon Moxley defending his AEW World Championship briefcase, I guess, versus Hangman Page, Orange Cassidy, and Jay White. With the highlights of the show out of the way, of course, I'm going to go over my predictions and who I think is going to win the matches, and more or less, that's pretty much it. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to stay up to date on all things Nacho Wrestling, and if this is your first time watching a Nacho Wrestling video, why don't you consider hitting the subscribe button? I'm trying to reach 500 subscribers, and your help would be greatly appreciated. Starting off with the AEW International title, we have Takeshita defending against Powerhouse Will Hobbs. I really think that this is going to be a good match. Of course, it looks like it could be the opener, but with the semifinals of the Continental Classic and the winners of the semifinals having to pull double duty and compete in the finals as well, I believe the two semifinal matches may go first, just to give both winners some time to breathe. But that's neither here nor there. We're talking about the international title match right now. And I think Takeshita is going to retain. He's had a great reign with it so far, whether you like the international title or not. A lot of people think that the mid-card titles in AEW are a little redundant because there's so many of them. But Takeshita's done a good job at really going everywhere with that belt, whether it be back home in Japan at an indie show there like DDT Pro. I think he's done a couple things there. I think he's done a couple of things here and there, but he stayed primarily on AEW TV for the most part. And Will Hobbs just got back recently. I know that it would be weird for him not to win a big match on his recent return, but I do think that at the end of the day, Takeshita is still gonna win. Besides, both these guys are Don Callis family members, or former Don Callis family members in the case of Powerhouse Hobbs. So it would be interesting to see some shenanigans between Don Callis and Powerhouse Hobbs. And maybe, just maybe, the Hurt Business gets involved. Sorry. Hurt Syndicate gets involved and helps Powerhouse Hobbs, trying to, maybe inquire about his services. All that aside, I think Takeshita is going to get the win and retain his international title. I hope he does it clean. I'm a little tired of Don Callis helping him, because you really got to start solidifying Takeshita as one of these true workers in the ring. And to do that, you got to kind of be able to win matches on your own. Next up, we have the AEW Women's World Title match in a Tijuana street fight. Of course, that's just going to be a regular street fight, maybe with some... I don't know. What the fuck's a Tijuana street fight? All that aside, I have Mariah May retaining her World Women's Championship against Thunder Rosa. I don't think she's losing that belt until AEW Grand Slam in Australia. That's the show they're doing in Australia, right? Editing Ryan, if I'm right, put it over my face. AEW Grand Slam in Australia. And she'll probably lose that belt back to Toni Storm, whether that's the return of Timeless Toni Storm, or whether it's the weird concussed or possibly Timeless Toni Storm playing the role of Rocker Toni Storm. Whatever Toni's doing right now, she's winning that belt back. That's a gimme. I mean, come on. Next up, in the TBS title match, we have a sequel from Full Gear. We have Mercedes Moné defending her TBS title against Chris Statlander. And I'm going to be completely transparent here. I have a little bit of bias in this match, since Chris Statlander is a fellow Long Islander. I would like to see Chris Statlander get the win here. I think it's time for Mercedes Moné to maybe take a break from the TBS title and try to maybe help elevate some other women that are a little bit lower on the scene, maybe below even the TBS title, and help elevate those girls. Like, imagine a feud between Julia Hart and Mercedes Moné. Imagine a feud between... Honestly, Julia Hart is the best example I have at the moment. Just help. And I know Julia Hart has been TBS champion before, but I'm just saying, you know, she hasn't held the belt in a minute. She's been gone for a minute. I mean, I think she's working Ring of Honor at the moment, which shouldn't be happening for a former TBS champion. So working with these girls that deserve a little more elevation, if you will, shout out to AEW Dark Elevation. It's all connected. All connected. The AEW Galaxy. Next up, we have the AEW Continental Classic semifinals and finals. I'm going to go over the semifinal matches first, obviously, and then I'm going to give you my thoughts on the finals. I personally think that we are going to be seeing Kazuchika Okada beat Ricochet, and we're going to be seeing Will Ospreay beat Kyle Fletcher. Plain and simple, Ricochet is a heel. He's not winning, mainly because he's like, I know he won the Gold League and stuff. That's his W for the tourney. Like, he got the win. He got his win in the Gold League when Will Ospreay probably should have won the Gold League. And then Kyle Fletcher gets the win in the Blue League when it probably should have been Okada. But it's going to be the two runner-ups facing each other in the finals. It's going to be Okada versus Will. I truly do believe that Okada is going to get the win, because I think this tournament, at least this year, was solely for Okada to get the win, solely to solidify him as the greatest tournament wrestler in professional wrestling. That may not be something you care about, but that's something I care about, because it is a feat. It is something that he can put in his upper echelon, in his name, you know, greatest tournament wrestler alive, Kazuchika Okada. Will Ospreay doesn't need the win. Will Ospreay has a feud with Kyle Fletcher still lined up, feud with Ricochet lined up. He can feud with Okada again post-tournament. Like, say Okada... Now, I know the C2 has no outside involvement. However, this is an idea that just came into my head. The Young Bucks return at World's End and help Okada win for no reason, inciting Okada to sort of distance himself from the Young Bucks and the Elite. And it also incites a rematch down the line, a fair rematch down the line between Ospreay and Okada. Just a thought. Again, some fantasy booking. Moving on, we have the AEW Dynamite Diamond Ring match. We have MJF, star of Happy Gilmore 2 with Adam Sandler, taking on Adam Cole. I have Adam Cole winning. Plain and simple, Adam Cole needs the win. MJF has been really dog walking his ass with, body shaming him and everything like that. And personally, I'm tired of the body shaming stuff to Cole. It's shallow. It's just not there. It's the low-hanging fruit that MJF always goes for. And it's not interesting at all. I need Adam Cole to get this win. Hopefully, afterwards, him and Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong reconcile all three together and, maybe throw up some modified version of the Undisputed Era sign, because that would be cool. At the end of the day, those three together are the best version of Undisputed Era. Folks,
where's the lie?
Where's the lie? Finally, we have the AEW World Title main event. It is a fatal four-way. Jon Moxley defending against Orange Cassidy, Hangman Page, and Jay White. Christian Cage doesn't get involved. I don't think so. I do think this match could go a lot of different ways. I could see Hangman really is the only person I could see winning besides Jon Moxley. That being said, I do have Mox winning and retaining, because he is more than likely going to drop the belt to Darby Allin. When that is, we're not sure, but the obvious writing is there with Mox stealing Darby's world title match against Bryan Danielson and being the one that took out Bryan Danielson and everything like that. Darby's been the main foe for the Death Riders group, so it makes the most sense for Darby to be the one to dethrone Mox and finally, I guess, open up that briefcase and get the world title out of it, or find the world title. I don't know what's going on with that stupid briefcase. Doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, I have Mox winning, and I don't know. I'm going to say that Mox is more than likely going to pin Jay White, because I think Jay White can eat the pin more than Hangman or Orange Cassidy. And it's just, I don't know. It feels right. It feels right. He's going to pin Jay White. Calling my shot there. Well, that's it for this predictions video. Let me know what you guys think is going to happen at AEW Worlds End down in the comments below. Who do you want to see win the Continental Classic? Do you want to see any of these guys in the finals of the Continental Classic? Or were you a true Beast Mortos head like myself and you wanted to see him win every single match? Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to stay up to date on all things Nacho Wrestling. And like I said at the top of the video, if this was your first time watching and you're still here, consider hitting the subscribe button. I'm trying to reach 500 subscribers, and your help would be greatly appreciated. Thank you guys, and I will see you guys next time.